Hey, Wilton Broken World Entertainment, and out of nowhere, James Cameron has confirmed that he is working on a new Terminator project. Yep, now, it doesn't quite indicate that it's Terminator 7, but it probably is. But he has said he is working on something new in the Terminator franchise. And this came hot on the heels of being asked about Terminator Zero for Netflix. And that's where he came up with the answer, where he also discussed how he feels about that. Now, it came in an interview where he was talking about a lot of different things, more so about his new underwater TV series, that's 6 episodes of this thing, which I think he directs and maybe produces or something. And they touched on the alien Romulus, which he kind of distanced himself from a bit. He says it has nothing to do with him and whatnot, which is whatever, it doesn't have anything to do with him. And he's not involved with that movie in any way, so whatever. But we'll have a look at the article and we'll see what he said about this whole thing. So it says, James Cameron, the legendary filmmaker behind the Terminator franchise, is up to something big, and he's keeping it very close to his chest. While the director was discussing the upcoming Terminator Zero animated series in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he shared that he is about to step back into the franchise himself with a new secret project based within the Terminator universe. What exactly is he working on? He's not telling just yet. During the interview, Cameron shared his thoughts on Terminator Zero, the new Netflix animated series that delves into the future of the battle with the machines and the origin of Judgment Day. The show will explore the root cause of the nuclear war that has followed the series like a deadly shadow. Terminator Zero has caught the attention of Terminator fans, Cameron included. While he wasn't particularly involved in the actual development of the animated series, Cameron did express a casual curiosity about how others are expanding on the world he originally created. This is what he said about all this. So his response to the question when he got asked had he seen Dark Zero yet, he says, "It looks interesting. My relationship to that is very much like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Other people spinning stories in a world I set in motion is interesting to me. What's their takeaway? What intrigues them about it? Where are they going with it? It looks like they're going back to the root cause of Judgment Day, the nuclear war, and whether that's an ultimate timeline. I'd be curious to see what they've come up with. I'm working on my own Terminator stuff right now. It's got nothing to do with that. Like with Sarah Connor Chronicles, they occasionally touch on things I had been playing with completely independently. So there's some curiosity there. It's not a burning curiosity, but obviously it'd be nice to see it succeed." So when he finished up his thing with that question, they asked him, "What's your own Terminator stuff that you're working on? I wasn't aware of that." That was what the Hollywood Reporter asked. And he said back, "It's totally classified. I don't want to have to send out a potentially dangerous robotic agent if you were to talk about it, even retroactively." So he's definitely not saying anything about what exactly he's working on. So no one knows whether it's meant to be Terminator 7, whether it's some new show, what it is, no one knows. He did say a while ago that he was looking at the ideas for Terminator 7, but nothing was concrete, which sounds like now he does have more ideas in place. Now, the part with Alien Romulus, and there's people kind of saying, how come he seems to be praising Terminator Zero, but he's kind of distancing himself away from Alien Romulus? Well, there's obvious answers for that, but here's the question that was asked to him about Romulus and what he said. So the question to him was, touching on some other things in your filmatic universe, this week we have Alien Romulus opening, a film you have seen. What did you think of it? Alvarez has previously said Cameron has seen the movie and loved it, and that he gave notes. So if you remember, Freddie Alvarez, when kind of test screenings were starting to happen, said that he showed both Cameron and Ridley Scott, and they had nothing but praise for it. Sounds like that mightn't be quite the case in Cameron's department, because he said, I saw a rough cut 6 months ago, so I'm sure it's changed a lot, and I viewed it once. I gave some notes to Freddy Alvarez. He and I aren't close pals. I mean, I wish him the best with it, but I think it's been overstated that I had some big creative input to the film. I think Ridley Scott did because Ridley was an actual producer on the film. So I'm just putting it in perspective. So there's people saying, oh, why does he seem to be trashing Alien Romulus stuff? He's not. What he's saying there, and of course people are saying, oh, why did he say he's not close pals with Freddy Alvarez? Because clearly he's trying to tell you and show you we're not close. So it's not like I was by his side guiding him through this process of making this movie. When he obviously gave him notes, he's like, yeah, sure, I'll give you notes. You know, I want you to do well with this movie. Where he's saying it's overstated that he's had some big creative is because Freddy Alvarez came out and said, oh, Cameron loved it, but he gave me notes. That's kind of saying he told me how to fix this or do that, and that clearly isn't the case. So why is he answering that question like that? But he seems to be kind of not really praising, but saying he's hoping for the best and stuff for Terminator Zero. Well, it's quite simple, really. Terminator Zero is part of the Terminator franchise, the very franchise he created. That's the difference. He didn't create Alien and that franchise, he just worked on one of the movies. Whereas the Terminator franchise is his baby. He created that. So that's why he's more invested in checking out a brand new element of the Terminator franchise than the Alien franchise. It's quite simple. But there you go. Apparently he is working on something brand new in the Terminator universe. What exactly that is, it's probably Terminator 7, but we'll have to wait and see. And he's probably not going to direct it. It would probably be better if he did, but he probably won't. But let's hope he gets someone who knows what they're doing and who can handle big franchise. And not just that. When I say big franchise, obviously, I mean Terminator is a massive money-making machine, so that's how it's a massive franchise. But in terms of what they actually do with the movie, I hope they strip it back and don't have it, providing it is a movie, and don't have it just this big CGI bombastic fest. Make it more in vain to T1. Or if you do want to go bombastic and stuff like that, make it the future war. It's all you can do really with this franchise, is either finally give people the actual full-on war, or strip it back and make it so simple like T1. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with it. But for now, I shall leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.